Good morning. Welcome back to another pre-market analysis live stream. This is Franco, and I will go over my different assets that I reviewed before my trading session at 9:30. I want to have a broad context of what trading assets are doing for the day, right? I want to go over real quick over the schedule that I will be reviewing this morning. The economic news, we'll review the US dollar index. We will spend a little bit more time here. I will not review the yen today. The yen is at like 20 years lows against the dollar. I don't think the yen is causing a lot of this pain right now. I mean, not here in the US. It's going to be very painful for them in Japan because of their currency devaluation and other problems, debt and etc. But I don't think it's very important for me today. I don't think it's causing a lot of impact in my day trading, I guess. Then I will review the bond yields. The VIX, very important chart. I will go over real quick over crude oil and metals. We'll review the ES&Q and RTY, the futures. I do trade NQ personally, but I want to see the other two where the demands and supply and area of interest are. And very important chart, Apple. Not because they have their event today, I don't care about that, is because it's at a very important level for me. Alright, so let's get rid of the schedule and let's go over the economic side of news here. We did have the 30-year mortgage rate, and this is going up again. This is creating a high impact on housing market. Housing market is around 17% of the entire economy, of the GDP. So this thing is having a high impact on the housing market. All these are housing numbers. Imports and exports, I don't think that have a very high impact, but don't get fooled. Don't be surprised about this number because it's coming down, right? The previous was 80 billion, now it's 70 billion. We have some gains off of currency exchange, so that's a high impact into this trade balance. Then we have a couple members speaking today. Barking and Master. Master is a vice president of the Federal Reserve, so it's an important member, right? And then we have Brainard, and then we have a beige book. I don't think it's gonna have a high impact. Well, we will see what happens here on the beige book regarding all the QT that they are doing. I think they're scheduled to start QT this month. They haven't sold any mortgage-backed security still yet. And the mortgage market index is coming down big time. The purchase index is coming down big time again. All right, so I want to start particularly with the dollar, and instead of watching the dollar real time right now, I just want to point out that we are reaching levels from 2001, and we are reaching this triple top on the weekly chart, right? So this is a very, very, very important level that I've been watching, because this white line is this pivot that coincides with all this weekly supply, right? So from here we came from an uptrend. We created this triple top in 2001, and then we started going down, and I think up to like 2007 and or 8, somewhere around there, right? But it's very important because we are 110,700, and this level is 111,3. So we're close. We're very close. So if we don't get here this month of September, we might get here next month, right? Or if traders just anticipate this level, we cannot even get there, right? So this is an important level that I'm watching, and I want to point out the demands that I found, and these demands are in the daily. So keep in mind, let me shrink this chart a little bit. Okay, keep in mind, this is the pivot on the weekly, and I couldn't go lower in time frame because I don't have the data. But I did mark this. I marked out these 2 supplies on the daily. These are the first supplies of high quality supplies that I find on the daily. They are close to this pivot. So we might get here, hover around, and then if we get to this level, look, I'm expecting some movement off of this level. So if the dollar start to drop from here, that means that the market might bottom, right? I don't wanna say that as a fact that I'm already expecting a market bottom right there, but I do expect the dollar. If the dollar continues to go up, I don't think things are going to be very good. I think things will get very ugly. The dollar is behaving in a very, very weird manner. I think the dollar is pricing some sort of crisis, right? And the dollar does not go up as it is. It's been going up this year, and we can. This is the 5-minute chart. I wanna let me see if I can come here and see how much the dollar has going up this year. All right, so this is May, April, March. Let me shrink a little bit more. February, January, right here. Right here. Price. %. 15%. That's quite a lot. That's quite a lot for the dollar to go up. I don't think it's normal. I think they're pricing in something. The dollar is pricing in a very, very important recession or something in the market. So we don't know, right? Or I don't know. All right, but let's go to the short time frame for our trading day. We were talking about these 2 pivots yesterday on the pre-market and in the live stream, right? So I was expecting this to be violated and to hold for a further upside, and this is what happened later yesterday. During the trading session, we were chopping around here, but obviously was were buyers just trying to buy the dollar here. Then we gapped up. Now we retested these highs at the London Open. So this is the London Open candle. Sorry, this one, 3 a.m. And then we held these 2 pivots, and we're continuing to the upside. Now, if the dollar continues to go to the upside, I would think that the market will sell off a little bit. But at some point, we need the dollar to go back to demand to get us the opportunity to take a short, right? And is right now doing a double top here. Sorry about that. All right, the dollar is doing a double top here, and I do expect to it to come down. Jackie, shit. Oh my God. All right, so I do expect the dollar to come back down to this level, 110.37. And here's where I will look for a good short in the equity market. All right, let's continue. Let's go over the, where's the schedule saying? Bond yields, there we go. So bond yields, like I've said, the white line was a good resistance that I had. Now we went through it and then we're starting to retrace back down. Now, I think the market is getting accustomed to these rates. If we don't break down from here, I think we will have 3.5 and even more. Now, this is a key level. I do expect this thing to come down. And if this thing comes down in this level, and look, the bonds are by definition the best safe haven class, right? Or asset class. When investors are panicking, they run into bonds, right? But right now, the 10 years is being sold. That means that the rates are going up and the risk-free rate is going up. So all the other asset prices are being repriced. That's why the market is going down, because rates are so high. Market does not like high rates, right? But if at this level we start to turn around, that tells me that investors are looking for safe haven. So if today this thing comes down, I will assume that the market will go down as well, because of investor just going running into safer assets, aka the 10-year bond. Okay. All right. So key level here. I've been watching this the entire day. If this thing starts to break down, I will expect 320. I know that's quite a lot, but we were there at 5 in the morning, so I think we could come back to these levels. Oh, sorry, 5 in the morning yesterday. So this is yeah. So we were here yesterday. So I think that we can expect this thing to come down. All right. All right. Let's go over the VIX. The VIX chart is again, we hit the white line. This is a 30-minute. Let's go over the daily. All right. We broke to the upside. We held this pivot here 2 days ago. That was Friday. We held this pivot, and yesterday we finally came up, and it's pretty flat today. I don't think this is giving me too much information. I want to see it break into the upside, right? To be more assured that the lows are not created today. Now, the markets we're going to see, the markets are in an important level, right? Is it here where buyers are going to hold, or the market will need to go lower to find high quality demand zones or more buyers, right? All right, let's go over crude oil. Like I've said, I don't think this pivot was going to be held, and especially now with the production, the OPEC cartel talked about reduction in production. I think they're expecting more downside here, and my level is at 82.22, so we're at 86 approximately. So we'll see if we have some sort of movement. We do have inventories and well, I think we have crude oil numbers today, right? No, we don't. That's weird. Probably tomorrow. There we go. Tomorrow we do have at 11. We do have crude oil inventories. Oh, that's because of the holiday. Yeah. All right. So tomorrow we do have crude oil inventories that will move this thing up or down. I think higher probabilities to come back down to 80, around 82, where my demand is. But yeah, we'll have to expect tomorrow to see what happens. Real quick, metals, flat bearish. Silver is flat bearish, is 0.5% above the closing from yesterday. So I'm not paying attention to this right now. These are weak because of the dollar movement to the upside, and as well the other commodities, right? Lumber is dropping 3%. Copper is flat, but they're generally weak because of what is happening in the dollar, right? All right, let's go to a real meat here. All right, here on the ES, this is a daily. Let's go down to the 4 hours. And we were watching, we had this demand here from 28 to 904, 39.28 to 904, and it didn't hold yesterday. It came right through it, and then but we came close to 38.80 where my demand is, and now we're rejecting back to this previous demand, right? So I do think if this holds, we can expect more downside. If this thing, this candle closes at 10, right? When this candle closes at 10 is above here, like I would say 39.23, I think we can have a retest of the 55, right? But for now, the market is looking very neutral. Now, I need to be focused on that. All right, we do have a stair pattern to the downside, like bear flags all the time. Bear flags here, bear flags here, bear flag here, and a retest of those, right? Bear flag. But the market gets to the point where it's very oversold, right? So we need to be careful that, yeah, we're selling off a lot, and my bias is a little bit to the short side. But and that means I'm not taking high risk on longs, right? Like I rather trading short. But we're gonna get to a point where the market finds demand, right, and start to bounce back up. We have to be careful. A short here is not as safe as a short right here or a short right here. Why? Because the lower it goes, more buyers are attracted to the market, right? All right, but my zone is 38.78, and my previous demand was 39.04 to 28. I want to see this to hold for a continuation to the downside, right? All right, let's go to the NQ. Same story, right? We had this 1280 to 11,993. I said this is not going to work because it has been tested numerous times, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th time we broke through, but we haven't. We are inside the zone still, so I want to see more downside here and a retest for me to trade this from 93, let's call 12,000 to 900, right? I do have 900. That's a very important point for me. So like same case as the ES. I want to see this thing breaking down and then a retest, because I don't want to just get caught just in front of a big buyer and I'm shorting, right? All right, let's watch the. All right, the RTY came close here in the after hours to my demand, 1778. We didn't touch it, and again, now the RTY, I think it has a better chances to continue to go down. This pivot right here hasn't been tested yet. There you go, right here. I want to go down to the 30-minute and look at this pivot and see. Oh, well, it didn't, but the zone actually did. But I think it might continue to work. It just came inside barely. There we go. So watch 1795. I do trade the NQ exclusively, but I do like to pay attention to them at once. Like I have them all the time in one part of my screen, because they all move in tandem. One can be more weak, the other one can be stronger, but I think at the end of the day, they all move in tandem, right? So I want to pay attention to every level right here. So this level, the 1778, sorry, on the RTY, is the same level for the ES at 3878, and the NQ at 11905, right? It's the same level. So if all of them just hit this level at the same time, I think is a high probability for it to work. Okay, so with that, I will pay attention to those levels. Like I've said, I don't want to just short this thing at the lows in front of demand. We could have a bounce back today. We do have some members speaking, so let's wait for the price action to give us more clarity of what to do, right? I do rather trading short because the trend is to the short side, but I don't want to trade short right in demand, right? When institutions are buying and so on. All right, let's go to the Apple chart. I want to talk about Apple, not because they have their event today. I don't care about the event. I don't track what happens on the event, but I do track that Apple is in demand and it hasn't been violated. It came here, it was proven a good demand, right? Now we're back here, we're holding still, right? And in the pre-market is basically flat, but I wanna see if this level ultimately is going to work. If this thing is going to break around like 156, I would expect Apple to continue to go up. If we don't break 156, 60, I think Apple will come down to my next level is 150, 170. But I have to acknowledge the fact that Apple is in demand. Remember, Apple has a lot of weight into these indexes, a lot of weight. I usually go Apple and other two of the FANGs, probably Microsoft, but I think Apple is the one at a key level, right? So I want to monitor that. So concluding this video, I think my bias is neutral, short for the day. Again, I will expect the market just to have volatile opening and reach some sort of area, and after 10 a.m. just continue the trend or just move sideways for the rest of the day. Tomorrow we have Powell speaking before market open, so that will create some sort of volatility beforehand. All right, so with that, I'll see you guys in 10 minutes, 15 minutes. All right, thank you for being here.